Sega.
Konnichiwa, minasan. Watashi wa Dr. 7X のシャロです。これは Sonic Lost World です。So, hello again, everyone. This is Shadow Dr. 7X, and this is Sonic Lost World for Nintendo Wii U. So, this is perhaps the final episode of the main playthrough, Sonic Lost World. It's essentially the final level, Hidden World Zone 4. In a really peculiar level indeed, just by the looks of it right now. So what essentially is having Sonic essentially connect from these little bubbly balloon-like planetoids one after another. And the purpose of those being for a larger purpose as we go farther into the level. Of course, popping those bubbles will release those little spikes, which have a particular purpose, and this is the purpose. You see those little Pac-Man-like, fuzzy little Pac-Man-like creatures that are in those little planetoid bubble things, and those spikes essentially destroy them, releasing an animal. And of course, Sonic can move on if he doesn't land onto another planetoid, as you saw earlier. I mean, if you're gonna go too fast, even if he hits the right side of the screen, then without connecting to another planetoid, then that's another waste of an extra life. And apparently have 9 lives left up from all that was wasted in Act 3 of Hidden World. The little platforming one, the one last actual platforming level. And the first act, we freed as many animals as we can. Here's a huge bubble with all those 5 little Pac-Man-like fuzzy creatures. Of course, should Sonic come in contact with one of these, of course, he dies, loses a life. And there they go, like a little stampede, but one spike will take them down. And as I said, perhaps of course, no intention to spoil the rest of the level whatsoever, but those spikes serve a much larger purpose. That's all I have to say about this level. Really peculiar level indeed, too. And also those green barriers, of course, would hinder Sonic's progress. And there's that big purpose that I was talking about earlier, a really giant Pac-Man-like fuzzy creature. Really creepy one too. Of course, in order to the point of this level is to take down that fuzzy creature by firing those spikes into his open mouth, which would anger it and would cause the rest of the points, cause some further complications, and of course will bring about the rest of the point of this level. To destroy that giant munching thing. I don't even know how to describe this little fuzzy Pac-Man-like creature. There you go. Should do some damage. Anger it a little. Fuzzy Pac-Man of sorts. I'll take my time. There you go. Another good shot at this little peculiar looking creature. Gonna march away. Oh boy. And apparently I mistimed that jump too, so could have finished the level earlier, but didn't really time that one jump to one of those 2 revolving planetoids with those little those little mini Pac-Man-like creatures. But otherwise, this is pretty much it. Just wait until that giant Pac-Man creature goes along, knock it out, and we're pretty much done. Horrible jump right there. Horrible choice to jump right there. 7 lives remaining. Gotta take a little caution to this. versus perhaps Sonic could jump pretty far, though kind of questioning myself how far can Sonic go to the next, how far should the next planetoid should Sonic go before he dies, or it counts as a missed jump. Pretty psychedelic scenery, I should say, in the background. Jumped way too early. Kinda reminds me of Dr. Seuss book. I think it was All the Places You Can Go. I mean, with a little rainbow colored tree with its colorful branches, all the pretty colors. What looks like someone would just toss in a bucket full of mixed paint. You get this yellow sky, darker honeycomb shape like clouds, funky music to go along with it, funky electronic music that is. I like danceable music too. There's a good time for a jump. I'm quite straight now to get that line of rings. It doesn't really quite matter anyway. And we took out 3 of those 5 Pac-Man creatures. And there's a little peculiar sound effect to go along with it too. And there's a little 5-sum there trapped in, waiting to be freed in that giant bubble. Fantastic creatures, and there's the big mama of them. Big mama. Did it actually eat like its little smaller ones too? Or are they like hidden somewhere? Close his mouth before I can get a chance to fire a good spike at it. There it goes. Eat spikes. Trying to get that extra life right there. Hopefully it could spare me some time. And that was a horrible jump. So back to the beginning we go. Just Sonic spinning around in circles. And interestingly enough, actually made me connect to that one bubble with the one Pac-Man creature. Yeah, spin dash didn't quite last that long. That was apparently not as straight as I thought it would be. Another 5-sum to go around. Have Sonic go around this little peculiar level with peculiar physics. Took out 2 out of 5. Quite matter, so just essentially loop around sorts. There you go. And just essentially retreat. Took out another one. So careful timing, jumping from one of these little bubbles to the next. Really long jump. Sonic's connected. And there's the big mama. Actually, no, it actually didn't eat its little mini ones. Actually, there's a good spike for that giant thing to eat. Thought I could probably time that jump so it could eat the spike while it's still closing its mouth, and extra life in the process, but really horrible mistimed jump right there. And so yes, this indeed would quite take me a while. Really questionable jump right there, I guess. Not sure why I decided to jump backwards. I thought I'd pretty much finished myself right there too. Ooh, really close one too. And those spikes, indeed, if you decide to fire in peculiar, in perhaps vertically, or they could bounce, and Sonic could take damage from them. I think my first death in this one had Sonic hit by one of the spikes with no rings to spare, no rings to cushion him. So you can't go, apparently you can't go any faster in this level. All the time goes is to knock out that giant Pac-Man-like puffy creature with its weird teeth and whatnot. And that will be the end of it in the last actually included level of Sonic Lost World. And apparently went too fast and Sonic crashed. How amusing can that one be? It's pretty much the boring part of Sonic Lost World, not really pretty uninteresting. Perhaps what other topics I should probably introduce. Kind of into further consideration that for the last, I don't know, perhaps since the beginning of this year, I kind of find myself quite busy when it comes to producing gameplay videos. So, of course, having to record my voice at the same time is kind of a bit of a hassle, as I'm not the only one out here. And my setup actually to provide my commentary is actually just a simple iPhone. Actually, didn't really have the finances to really afford just like a high-end microphone and whatnot. I mean, really, what is really the necessity anyway? I mean, these guys right now, I mean, I should probably say, I don't know, I'm one who really doesn't really say much about myself, to be honest with you. Pretty much consider myself a money saver. One who really gets anything unless it's really deemed itself necessary. I mean, I'm a university student, and with, of course, the economy still not one in really ideal shape. And there goes the Big Mama. To change the subject a bit, go back to the main content of the game. Going its way to just munch everything in its way. Hopefully it could fire a couple of spikes to really have some time before it goes too fast and gets me whole. And that was a not good jump at all. But yeah, as I was talking about earlier, I kind of made a couple of considerations. I mean, with me being in classes and stuff, I didn't really find myself having enough time to produce any further game reviews. As much as I like to share with you guys, how I play my games, and also, just share a couple of stories or two of some sorts, But, perhaps, of course, given how much time I could get, as time goes on, whether or not I should do some gameplay videos with me, some commentary of sorts. But, perhaps, well, depending on how things go, of course, giving my own personal schedule, but perhaps for future gameplay videos, probably just decide to do some blind playthroughs whenever I can. without any commentary. Just a little consideration of sorts, you know. Of course, ideal, you know, commentary, you really want so much noise, so much noise coming in from the background, and it's still kind of a bit of a problem that comes to me lately. So any suggestions, perhaps? Of course, waiting for whatever next games I want to do. Of course, I also have Mario Kart also in check and ready to go too. Any games you guys want to see me play, of course. Perhaps some interesting playthrough as well. I'm considering also redoing gameplay of old games like Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure 2. In the process, I'm still working on translating Sonic Adventure 2 cutscenes in Japanese. And apparently there goes, I didn't quite notice it for a second, but there goes the giant puffy creature, and that quite concludes the final level of Hidden World. After so much time, that's the end of the actual main levels of Sonic Lost World. So yeah, pretty much it. Nothing quite surprising, I should probably say. So that's how to say it, but that concludes all of Sonic Lost World, or at least the main levels of sorts. And for those of you who enjoyed watching this, thanks for watching this. If you have any comments you want to share, any constructive criticism that you guys want to share about this video, of course, I don't expect any of these gameplays to be perfect given how much time I got, but I appreciate them. And so, perhaps also have to do some other levels provided in Sonic Lost World. I mean, you also have The Legend of Zelda to do, also have Nightmare, Yoshi's Island, and that will come as that time comes. So, once again, folks, thanks for watching gameplay of Sonic Lost World. And until next time, whatever game happens to come up, see you soon, and have a nice day.